Okay, basically a video explanation of what's happening at my job. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna give them the house or the where I work name or where I live name, just in case something does happen, something legal or something like that. But let's begin. So basically, I'm doing like this teen like summer job, and it goes from like I think like 14 to 19. So basically all teens, and it's only for the summer here where I live. So that's how I signed up for the job, and then they send you to a site and a different job, and they have like rec department, the schools here where you can work. And I got this like after school summer program, and then I'm working in the pantry of that place, the after school summer place. It's kind of confusing, but yeah. So basically, the person I'm working with, they're my coworker. They're not my boss technically. They also do the pantry. They basically manage it, but they're not my boss. Like, they're not in charge of my paycheck. They're not in charge of my hours, I guess. They're not even my supervisor. Like, they're not listed as my supervisor on the site that I get like my timesheet through. So that's just for context for now. So basically she's my coworker. So this actually started before like this weekend. I think about 2 weeks ago, I went to visit my sister. She lives in another state, and I was helping her move into a new apartment. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but yeah, I was trying to help her get into a new apartment, so I went down there to visit her. And since I was confused who my supervisor was, who was my boss, if I should tell the people through the program I got the job through, or the people who I actually do like physical work for. So I was like, okay, I don't know who to tell. So I kind of waited last minute to tell them, which is my fault partially. But I ended up telling like I don't think they're the site director. But basically the person who's in charge of my paycheck. I informed her that I would be gone those 2 days. I was only gone for 2 days out of the days I was supposed to work. So I told her, and I also emailed her that, my coworker, that I was not going to be there. And I said, like, yeah, I'm not going to be here these days. And this was before the day of, so it wasn't like completely last minute. I informed her. And then the day before I think I was supposed to leave, she was like, don't finalize anything, blah, 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 we'll see. And then she was like, yeah, you're not supposed to get time off or whatever because it's a 20-hour work week thing, blah, blah, blah. Different, like, contract stuff. So it's like, okay, well, I can't really change it. So either you let me go or I'm not going to be here. So I didn't show up. Yeah, my fault. Don't do that, guys. But I have the permission from the person who pays my check that I can take those 2 days off. So I was like, okay. And everyone was like, oh, she'll be fine. Because I was worried that she wouldn't be fine without me because I had been doing most of the work. Even though it was only my second week there, I was doing most of the work. Like, I don't know how this place ran without me, honestly. So when I got back, it was after like 4th of July weekend. So we got the extended weekend since the 4th of July was on like Tuesday or whatever. So I had Monday, Tuesday off because I don't work on Mondays. And Wednesday, she called me. I don't know what time she called me. It was like early in the morning. It was probably like 8:30, maybe 7. Kind of early before I usually wake up. And she called me, and I was like, why is she calling me? So I didn't answer because I don't really answer calls. And she told me before that she, like, her preferred method is through email. So I was like, why is she calling me? But basically she texted me after I didn't answer, and she said I may be late. But her dad is worried that she had an ocular stroke, so which is basically like a blood clot in the eye that causes a stroke. in the eye, I believe. I don't know if it calls it in the eye or like in the brain as well. But yeah. She's like, I'm waiting for the person who does their paychecks to text me back. The security guard will let you into the pantry. Just start setting up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, hope everything's all right. Wishing you the best. And from then on, I was like, okay, she's probably not going to be here the rest of the week because there's only 3 days of that week I was going to work. But then she didn't show up the next week either. And at the end of the next week, I think it was Thursday, someone who volunteers in the pantry with us, who I kind of am friends with, she was like, did you get the email from her? And I was like, no, I didn't get the email. And so she showed me this email. And I don't know exactly what the email was saying. There was a lot of typos. Excuse me. But from what I could tell, the police showed up to her house. And either she was like reporting the place I work for abuse, because I think she got an injury while I was gone. But all I know is at the end of the email, I was in there. As if I left and somehow she got hurt because I wasn't there. So I'm like, how were you doing work before I was here if you got hurt for the 2 days I wasn't here? Because the pantry is only one of those days. And I set up everything where it should have been fine for the next day, where she didn't have to do a lot of heavy lifting. But whatever. So I was confused about that email. I don't have a screenshot of that or whatever. But yeah, the end of that week. And then this past weekend was my birthday. So I went out of town to go shopping and stuff. So that Saturday at 6:30 in the morning, she called me. I was asleep. I'm not gonna answer a call at 6 in the morning. So I didn't answer, and she was like, this is your manager. She's not my manager. Your phone is not taking messages. A BB teen, I don't know what that means, is critically missing. 15 black male, 5'5", 120 pounds at our event missing the 23rd of June. Patriot colors in photo, call me with info. We have a missing customer, 13 years, not yet an alert. So I think she did inform me before that some of the customers go missing because like it's for food emergencies. But like I don't know, I wasn't really prepared for that. The rest of the text said, don't feel guilty. Like I did something. We talked about this. I need to have you call me and set your phone up to FaceTime and call from your dorm and slept your RA. I'm not in my dorm. And also I didn't know what she meant by slept your RA. Someone who works with us has been notified. I can't find someone's phone number right now. I don't even know who that person is, so I won't say. And to that I responded, I'm celebrating my birthday weekend and was sleeping when you called. We can FaceTime on Monday because I'm off on Monday if I'm free, but have the authorities been contacted on missing persons? I'm not sure what I am to do about this as I can't remember everyone who came to the pantry on my first week. I can look over the cards to see if anyone returned, but there doesn't seem to be much else I can do from home. And then she responded, you are high. Do not contact me again. And she said again twice. So I just replied question marks because I didn't know what she was talking about. And like, yeah. So to that she responded, call me if you want to process this. I'm looking for a missing 15-year-old boy from where we work. I said I can't call right now. I'm trying to enjoy my weekend. I wasn't trying to sound selfish, but like, what can I do? I'm not even in the state right now. And then she said, do you care about this neighborhood house basketball player? Missing person. Oh. That is my workplace, but whatever. So I said, if it's an emergency, call the police. I don't know what you want me to do from home when I have no way of knowing who the person is at all. I have no authority to go out and look for them. I do care, but if there is something you can directly text me that will help them somehow, please do so. Otherwise, don't accuse me of being high and not caring about this missing person when I do. I'm working through the program, not through where I work. So I don't know the protocol for this or have the skill set for this. Contact the person who does their paychecks or maybe the pantry director who will be more helpful than I can be. Then she said, Jesus Christ, I did. Shut up. Delete my phone number. I do not, it was a typo of them, want to talk to you ever again. I'm filing a restraining order for you for 20-year injunction. You're spoiled. Person's paycheck is not my manager. I'm working at home. Live your best life. To that, I just found okay. So I emailed that to my supervisor, who's also the person in charge of her paycheck, saying, like, I didn't understand what she was talking about. And, like, if there's something going on, please fill me in, because I don't know what this really has to do with me. And she was like, just block her number. So I did. And then, I think, was this today? I think it was today, but on Google Photos, she sent a photo outside her home or her apartment, I don't know, with the police outside. And then she texted in like a group chat with other people I work with, plead the fifth and get a criminal lawyer. Crazy. 4 counts of abuse reported. So I don't know if she's reporting abuse to the place I work with or something else is going on. Because it seems like she's warning us to plead the fifth, but I'm really not sure. And I'm not sure what I have to do with this, because I just started working here. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know of any abuse that's happening, because from what I do, I'm not even there. I'm there like 5 hours a day. That's the same amount of time she is, but there's no abuse that's going on at all. If anything, I would be more abused because I'm getting paid less than the work I'm doing. But that's a separate thing. So I was just confused at this point. But that's the last thing she texted me. But the other text seemed like she was trying to, like, blame me for doing something. Like, I had to do with something. I had something to do with a person going missing. Because she's like, we need to FaceTime in your dorm. Like, set up FaceTime in your dorm. I don't know what she was talking about. But that's basically all that happened. Don't know what else will happen. I go to work Tuesday, so we'll see. I'll probably talk about this with my coworkers, see what's going on. I don't know if she's crazy. I don't know if something's going on in her life mentally, or if she's actually being abused or something like that. But I'm just confused what this has to do with me and why she's being rude like this to me. Like, I know I'm young, but I don't think it's appropriate to talk to anyone you work with like that. Like, accusing me of being high. It really feels like a microaggression. So yeah, that's everything.